I'm Stewart. Those of you watching on Facebook already know, but if you're watching on YouTube and don't know who I am, I'm from Washington State, and today I'm going to be showing you my treehouse. And I've heard it before, like whenever I say I'm working on a treehouse, people are like, "Oh, what are you, 5? Are you building a platform in a tree, or what are you doing?" But that is what I'm talking about. It's not your normal everyday treehouse. It's a little bit different than what people are expecting, and um, those that have seen pictures like on my Facebook and that have also seen the treehouse in person know that it's not the same seeing pictures as it is seeing it in person. So for those of you who have never seen it or can't come see it, I'm going to do the first ever video walkthrough of the treehouse. So yeah, let's go inside. This tree right here fell from right behind me, right up there. Luckily, it landed right in the path instead of hitting the treehouse. That would have been pretty bad. Could have set us back a while. Okay. This is a chair that I wanted to suspend from chains and make like a chair swing, but I'm not sure where to hang it from. I'm thinking of hanging it off of here, but there's not really a good area for that. And you have a nice view of a fern to look at when you're swinging in the chair, so don't know what we're going to do with that yet. This is the ladder to get in the treehouse, and that's the door, and it's actually locked, so I'm going to try to open it while still holding the camera, so bear with me for a second. Okay. So this is the first floor. I don't know if it was obvious from the outside, but there's 2 floors in this treehouse. And we built, me and my buddy John, we're the only 2 who built this treehouse. We built the whole thing between 2 summers, but over 3 years. There's a gap in the middle. We have electricity out here. It's running through an extension cord that goes through this wall and then like all the way back to my house, which I don't know if you can see that wire. It goes right through that tree that I just showed you fell down in the path, so it goes all the way back to the house. This is the inside of the first floor. That's the door that we just came through. The walls are about 7 feet high in here. And right now it's pretty bare. You can probably hold about 6 people in here, just standing only. Don't have any room for sitting yet, but what we want to do is build like some benches, places for people to sit. Like right here we'll have one that actually folds up against the wall and then can fold down and make a seat. But that is a future task. And this window actually swings open. It's really hard to close though, you gotta kind of throw it. Hope it sticks back in. There we go. We were gonna do the same for these other 2 windows, but they're kind of small, so we just left them in there. Looking out them only. And to get to the second floor, you actually go through this hatch right here. It doesn't look like a hatch, just looks like part of the ceiling. But it is. Actually did some artwork on here. This is John right here. This is me, and this is an owl on my arm. It was actually supposed to be like pointing up, showing like this is the way up to the second floor. It's not very good, but the eyes look really strange because I just went with the knots in the wood. Like there's a couple knots up here. Looks like they could be eyes. The knots were already there, so I just turned them into eyes, and now they look kind of like anime characters or something. But anyway, let's go up to the second floor. Okay, so that's where we just came from. We really need to either build a ladder or stairs or something to make it easier for people to get up here. People are always having a hard time getting up to the second floor. But once you get up here, it's worth it. It's a lot bigger than the first floor. Let's see. And I guess I'll just start by showing how we started, I guess. So we built the whole first floor within one summer, and then like you can see the outline of where the old treehouse was. It just went in between the trees here, and that was the whole treehouse for an entire year. Actually 2 years, I guess. The summer following this first summer that we built the treehouse, all we did was paint the roof white so that it would last better through the winter. That's why there's this like white square right here in the middle, because up until just 2 or 3 days ago, we had a beam that was going from that spot all the way to the ceiling, but we took it out and put this, or I guess these 3 beams in. One going up the tree, one going across the roof, and then down another tree to make it more open in the middle here. And then, yeah, after the summer we painted the roof, and then the following summer we sanded it all off except for that one spot, and started expanding in every direction we could, about 6 feet. So significantly larger than the first floor. We got all of these windows for free on Craigslist. All of the plywood, pressboard for free, just from people giving it away. People weren't using it or whatever. Pretty much the only thing we paid for were screws and 2x4s to put everything together. I guess I'll start over here. This is where we started expanding outward. This is one of our windows. This one is just stationary, and so is this huge 4-foot by 6-foot window. That one doesn't go anywhere. And in case you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll show you in a sec. These walls over here. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff in this corner. I'm trying to maneuver my way around. Okay, so not just this window, but this entire wall, that skinny one in the middle, the one with the little window, and that other huge 4-foot by 6-foot window, they're all on hinges. So we haven't constructed a way to keep them propped out yet, but for now they just swing out. And one of these days we're going to make it so that you can prop them out and keep them propped out, just to make it more open up here. Send in a little more daylight. We're about 20 feet up in the air right now, and that's that chair that I showed you at the beginning. And that one swings out, this one swings out, and so does this one, but it's a lot harder to swing out because the window's probably, what, 300 pounds, and it's got stuff leaning against it. I don't want it to fall out, so I'm not gonna show you that one. But we've got supports every corner, keeping this thing up, keeping it safe. A lot of people were sketched out coming up here the first couple times, especially when we didn't have all of the walls up and it was just an open floor. People would not leave the middle area because they were afraid it was going to collapse or something, but no, this isn't going anywhere. This is the area we've actually been working on recently. We actually just, this cubby, slash bench, whatever you want to use it for, we just built yesterday, or we finished it yesterday. We've been building it for the last like 3 days. I'll explain that last because that's pretty cool. Okay, this room is actually a back room that's a step lower than the rest of the treehouse, and we made it that way because of the way the roof slants. The roof slants downward, and if we kept it at the same level, taller people would be hitting their heads on this skylight that we also have in this room, and just the low-hanging boards, and also there's nails sticking out of the roof. because we have shingles on it. I'll show you that in a bit too. But yeah, this is the back room. It's a step lower so that we could keep it about the same shape as the rest of the treehouse. This weird octagonal shape. There's a couple more windows in here, also free on Craigslist. Skylight was free from our buddy Corey. And we've got another bench over here. It's got a plexiglass window in it too. Right now it's just being used as storage for our leftover plywood and stuff. And that is the basic structure of the second floor. But now I'm going to go on the roof and show you what it's like up there. It's pretty cool up there too. Okay, so this is a 5-gallon paint bucket that we're currently using as a step because we haven't started painting yet. And then part of the tree we cut off is the second step, and up here gets to the roof. We don't have a hatch yet right now. I'm just using a tarp covering a piece of plywood to cover the hole so not a lot of rain gets in. I'll see if I can climb up here holding the camera still. Okay, so this is the roof. It's shingled everywhere. We've got some pipe foam around the trees, also covered with truck bed lining to keep the water out when it's raining, because we are in Washington and it does rain a lot, although today is kind of a nice day. And this tree house is built between 7 trees. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we couldn't have found a more perfect spot to build this tree house. This is the roof. There's the skylight above the back room. This right here is what I wanted to show you last. This is our pulley counterweight elevator system. Right there is our counterweight. It's a punching bag with a tire around it. I don't know if you can see that very well, but the elevator only goes down. We haven't devised a way to make it go up yet, but for now it only goes down if you weigh about 160 pounds or more. If you're not gonna make it go anywhere because you'll be too light. So let me show you how that works in a little bit. Here's the front of the treehouse. There's the extension cord, again, going all the way back to my house, which is through the woods back there. You can't really see it. We're about 30 feet off the ground now. And yeah, there's the chair again. You can see the chair. Alright, let's head back down to the second floor, and I'll show you the counterweight. Okay. So there are different ways to get out of the treehouse. One is the way we came in. The other one is through this counterweight over here. And now the camera might be a little shaky because I have to hold it while also holding onto this rope. But I can grab onto this rope and then just ride it down to the bottom. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to put the strap in my teeth and then hold the camera as best I can with my teeth and just ride it to the bottom, and then I'll continue explaining things. Okay, camera's sideways now. And as you can see, the punching bag is now up in the air and I'm standing on the rope so it doesn't just drop. That's why you can't really see in the video, but it's covered in duct tape, and that's why the tire's around it too, because people would ride this and then drop the punching bag from the very top, and then it eventually kind of exploded. So taped it back up, put the tire around it so it won't do that, and now I'm lowering it down. Into the bushes we go. Alright. Okay, so that is the treehouse. If you have any questions as to how we built something, what we plan to do next. Or if you just have any ideas that you want to share, please comment on the video. I'd love to hear your ideas. This pulley was actually an idea that we got from a friend, and we made it happen. So if we like your idea, we might incorporate it into the treehouse somehow. So please let us know. But we have heard zipline 1,000 different times, so we might make a zipline sometime. But please, I don't want to hear, you should make a zipline, you should make a zipline, because that's what everybody says when they come out here. We should make a zipline. We've heard different things, like somebody said we should have a little archery course, like we'll set up a target back that way and shoot through the window up there. We plan to drywall and insulate. It'll be basically just a house. We're gonna dig lower and line it with cement, build a room underneath us that we'll put a generator in so that we don't have to run extension cords anymore. We have a lot of different ideas for this treehouse, but if you have any that you'd like to share, please don't hesitate to let me know. Okay, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you later.